It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. We'll watch the Miami Heat in this one as they go up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Well, for Minnesota, they've only come out in front in one of their first 3 games so far. So a win tonight will be important to them, to be at 500 instead of 3 games under. Hey, we'll be keeping an eye on Andre Drummond tonight. 9th overall pick back in 2012 out of UConn. Shaq, he's still a very young big with a lot of room to grow.
He's an incredible offensive and defensive rebounder, Ernie. One of the hardest box-out assignments in the league since Dennis Rodman.
You know what, though? Last year he started taking some shots outside of the paint, which was surprising but good. Opened up his game a little bit, but he's best.
A captivating time-lapse view of the traffic on the historic 3rd Avenue Bridge, a landmark here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. 2 teams, 2 conferences. It's a road game for the Heat in this one. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. The big story here, the return of Chris Bosh from being injured.
That was a short leave of absence, and he's back in the fold now, Kevin. We'll see if he can pick right up where he left off.
And in the grand scheme of things, that injury, not that big a deal. A little bit longer, and it may have been.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, the big men are Bosh and Whiteside. Dragic is out there with Gerald Green, and it's Winslow in at the 3. The drive by Green, good, and it's Bosh picking up the assist. Green's got the first points up on the board for the Heat. Miami.
Welcome back. We're playing some more 2K.
And I really felt in watching that game that they needed to abandon the 3-point shot. It wasn't there. The percentage was horrific, but yet they continued to try and knock them down.
And I really think that's when you can't try to...
Off target from 3-point range. And it's on Whiteside in my way last season. Averaged a double-double over 48 games.
Yeah, and great to see for Whiteside because he did have some issues prior to the breakout year, and it's nice to see him find his stride and produce with that awesome talent he has.
The Heat have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Out to the wing. The feed now to Green. Outside Dragic. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Lock at 6. Bosh drives in. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
And talking about Whiteside, he isn't completely out of the woods yet. I mean, after a couple of ejections last season, his teammates publicly condemned his actions. They questioned his maturity, challenged him to be more reliable, and for the most part, he was.
No.
And you can see the break slowed down for him to kind of pick his spot. And boy, was he open.
Martin kicks to Miller. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And Towns gets it to go.
I really think that's the area they want to work the ball into, and it takes passing like that to get it done.
He'd have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game.
And you know, the thing about Whiteside, guys, when he's right, he's an unbelievable game changer. 2nd in the league in block shots last season. Also posted the 2nd best field goal percentage. The guy can play if he keeps his head squarely on his neck.
Just 4 to shoot. There's Winslow for Minnesota. They've gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Miller, the pass to Garnett. They set the screen. Back to Miller. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Takes the 3. Again, Wiggins missing. The Minnesota Timberwolves come into this one following a loss to the Trailblazers.
It wasn't just about the bad shooting. It was really more so about the bad offense. They just didn't execute well. The screens weren't there. The spacing was poor, and thusly the defeat.
Well, you've laid out a couple of the details that lead to good offense, or bad if you don't execute them. Shooting is just a byproduct of not screening well and not moving the ball or players well. They didn't execute anything on the offensive end.
Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. Here's Morrow. 11 points for him in that last game against Atlanta. Dragic with a wide open look. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Dragic has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Levine dishes to Muhammad to stop the run. Misses off the right iron. Miami leading by 7. From deep, Morrow. And again, Miami with the triple.
Yes.
Boy, I tell you what, the Heat made great use of the corner 3 last season. A lot of teams are using that part of the floor very well. Almost a third of their attempts were from one of the corners. Second in the league in corner 3s were the Heat.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota. One characteristic, Greg, of the Miami Heat is they're a good team utilizing that corner 3. It's one of the best shots you can take in the game. You know that, Greg.
Absolutely. It was my favorite, and it's the closest three-point attempt there is. And the Heat knew that and tailored their offense to make the most of it.
Timberwolves trail by 10. A minute 42 left in the first. Oh, and a for the Heat. And on the assist from Green. Dragic has got 5 now.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Now here's Prince. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
I agree with you. I mean, not the shot they were hoping for, but he can really cause problems with his defense. You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
And Muhammad gets it to go.
And that was Pekovic with the nice screen. And I tell you what, as big as he is, he can really put a screen on him.
It's Drummond with the drive. Lays it up and banks it in. Drummond's got his first points in this one.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
Now here's Dragic. 11 points for him in that game against Atlanta.
But his passing just blew me away. I mean, to see him operate their offense that way was a breath of fresh air.
Back to Prince. High post, Pekovic. Here's Levine. Here's Dang, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback.
Yeah, and if you look at it, had they been converting those second chances all along instead of waiting until now, who knows?
And now a chance to hear from Chris Bosh about what it meant to him to become an NBA player, the fulfillment of a lifelong dream.
I was obsessed with the NBA as a kid, and just like I would have died to get in that locker room, you know.
What a great cut from Chris Bosh. That's the kind of guy you can't help, Greg, love for his attitude and ability to be, you know, in touch with that kid he once was. I know you played the same way. Chris Bosh is living the dream like you did and loving it.
That's a great point, Kevin. And I think most of the guys in the league feel that same way. I mean, they may not be able to say it or articulate it as smoothly as Chris does.
Sure.
But inside every NBA player is a kid who's still thrilled to wear the uniform and play the game they love.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How how it's been going for the Heat.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
And one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick they're hitting. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnovers.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Martin and Wiggins out on the perimeter. Towns is out there with Chang, and it's Miller in at the 1. That's good from Winslow.
And one thing we know about Justice Winslow, he is great on the big stage. He was amazing in the tournament for Duke a season ago. Got better and better as he helped his school capture the national championship.
Kevin Garnett is checked in for Minnesota. Both shots good from the stripe. With Winslow, it's all about improvement and being great on the big stage. I think he can do that, Greg. You talked about, you know, what he did in the national championship run. Clark, he was a fantastic foundation to begin with.
Yeah, you know what? He's not got many holes in his game. Solid at the defensive end, can score a lot of ways, puts his hands on winning at both ends of the floor.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively. And a brief check of the stats for Wiggins, how he performed last season. Last year average, and just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
Absolutely. I mean, he has those real natural scoring instincts. The ability to find creases in the defense, just fantastic.
The 11-footer, and he gets it to go.
Are you done, Miami?
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
And last season, really a tale of two halves for the Wolves. When Ricky Rubio returned from injury, they just looked so much more in sync as a team.
Dragic kicks to Drummond. To the wing right side. Takes a 3. Dragic good for 3. Dragic has got 10 points.
You
know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
Well, the Wolves improved just very slightly last year in terms of wins, Clark. Quality of play on the floor, though, was visible.
Yeah, and you know, the team's point differential was a lot better with Rubio in the lineup. They did have some big wins over quality teams, and Rubio's impact was certainly noticeable.
And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That one is on Towns.
And it was a very public falling out between Goran Dragic and the Suns front office. That was a real tense few weeks there before ultimately he was traded.
And, of course, Dragic was traded to Miami last season. Said he felt betrayed by the Suns front office, which spurred him wanting out of Phoenix and to South Florida.
Yeah, you know what? We'll never know the whole truth about that situation, but Dragic said they told him one thing with personnel, getting together nicely, good skill set. I think this group could be one to watch and really good going forward. Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong.
That's all.
I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg.
I want you.
The other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
And the Heat call time here. So over the Timberwolves last year, Greg kind of traded into the top overall pick, getting the Wiggins deal, which means 2 consecutive years of having number 1. They're beginning to put together the ingredients.
I think they have a core to ultimately be formidable when you talk about that Western Conference. And to pick up Zach LaVine in that same draft, that was a nice selection as well. And don't discount what Flip Saunders brings to the table in terms of coaching and teaching these young players.
Miller, the pass to Towns. Wiggins drives in.
How's that a foul?
Wiggins showed that he's going to be a big-time player in this league for a long time.
And we knew Wiggins could attack the basket and create his own shot, Kevin, but I think many, and I'm included in this, were surprised at how good his jumper looks this early in his career. I mean, it's pretty reliable right now. Take a look at what Wiggins has done. He's got 8 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
Dragic.
14 points for Goran Dragic.
And with Wiggins' game, he has a nice jumper for a player his age. As he grows in the league, he'll become more and more comfortable shooting from deep. He'll be nearly impossible to guard when he has a consistent three-point shot.
And you know, with Wiggins, it just isn't all about his ability to score. Showed a real knack for making the unselfish play, too. Understands how to work as a unit to create shots and gets to the right spot on the floor. His potential is unlimited.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Garnett. Muhammad comes in for Kevin Martin. And Levine subbed in for Miller.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
9 points.
Trail by 8. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Levine dishes to Towns. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out? Almost like the 1-2 punch.
For Minnesota, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Levine kicks to Pekovic. And it's...
What are you doing, Bosch?
And now it's just a 4-point Miami lead. Miami's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land, 15 points and a...
Oh!
Yeah. Sublime stuff, guys. Absolutely sublime.
Clark, he's going to start putting on a show now.
And that's usually how it goes. Once they
Okay, that's a good match.
it's almost like they give him free reign.
Oh, this guy on fire.
Replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. It's Dragic with the drive. A rebound by Pekovic. The Timberwolves have gone 7 of 9 in their field goal attempts here in the second quarter. Pretty good offense. The pass to Wiggins. Tries from 10, and again it's Minnesota.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
Bosch, that's for 2. It's good from the top of the key. Bosch has got his first points of the game.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
Thien passes to Muhammad. Kicks it to Wiggins. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
A really strong second quarter in terms of scoring the basketball.
Here's Dragic from outside. Dragic with another miss. Minnesota's gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. The dish to Muhammad. Oh, and the jam by Towns.
And you talk about momentum. That sort of action delivers a type of energy to your team that you just can't quantify.
You know what? I'm going to quantify it right now, Clark. And this is a close game, and that was something special.
And really, in a game, you guys, in a game like this, though, when you have a chance to send a message, you do. And boy, did he ever on that play.
And Pekovic gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be anticipation to draw the charge.
Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Give and take, back and forth.
Oh, he hits it. Oh, how about that shot?
Big time, big time.
Incredible.
Fuck.
The fans are loving it, Kevin. What a shot.
And we're through the first half of basketball here. And what's...
Kevin, I'm here with Coach Erik Spoelstra. And Erik, you guys have seemed in complete command out here tonight. What's been the key so far?
Well, I think we've been able to get to our pace. We've been active defensively. So we just have to maintain our focus and keep trying to be in an attack mode, both ends of the court.
Erik, thank you so much. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And And an exhilarating first half, to be sure. Welcome back. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be breaking down all the action for you. For Minnesota, the first quarter was not an easy one. It didn't appear that their energy level was anywhere near as high as it needed to be, and the period ended with them in a 10-point hole. Moving on to the second quarter, big-time momentum shift as they came out blazing, wiping the deficit away and now lead by 2. And Kenny, what did you see out there from the Timberwolves?
One advantage has been their stellar rebounding. I mean, they're putting bodies on people, competing for the ball. It's simple, really. The team with more possessions has more opportunities to score. Wow.
And over to Shaq. All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it's just about time.
All right, targets. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. You look at Andrew Wiggins in this game, he's been everywhere.
Oh, Gerald Green.
Oh, no. Bad time to slip up there, Kevin. They got to stay focused.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball.
Yes.
The Timberwolves shooting their fifth free throw.
I mean, swear.
And at the line last season, about 78%
Dick.
as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Yeah, they had the kind of success from the line that would make any coach breathe a sigh of relief, guys. You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior.
No flop.
Major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing defensively, getting exactly the kind of looks the coach drew on.
And it's Wiggins missing.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Well, guys, in
Joe
learn
Grains.
things by doing them in game time action. And Andrew Wiggins had plenty of time to learn on the job. He was second in the league in minutes played last season, only behind James Harden.
Took the opportunity when he saw it. Clark.
We're going to change our game plan.
In the NBA.
And how about leading everybody in the league in minutes played after the All-Star break, Kevin? Almost 40 minutes a game is what he averaged after the All-Star. They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Bosh kicks to Green. A good ball movement here by Miami. The kick out to Bosh. Feeds to Dragic. Right side a screen. Just 5 on the clock. Out left of the wing. There's Winslow. Basket is good. The assist from Bosh.
Oh, right side.
He's got 4 assists now tonight. Timberwolves leading by 6. Miller with the ball. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Stolen by Bosh. Here's Green. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Towns has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Dishes it to Miller. Towns sets the pick for Miller. Martin goes in. No good. Good work defensively by Whiteside. And it's the Heat on the break. There's Winslow. Good D by Miller.
They are really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
The defensive backboard has been controlled. They have not allowed a lot of second chances. It's been about one and done for the most part. And I'm not talking about leaving college.
Yeah, I know you're not. That's a bunch of good rebounding taking place there, boy.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Here's Whiteside. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Whiteside's got his second basket of the night. Timberwolves leading by 6. Well, you look back at the 2015 Heat, and the injuries are what probably brought that team down. We can go from Chris Bosh with the debilitating blood clot on his lung and on and on and on. The loss, of course, which was not an injury, of LeBron James. There are a lot of moving parts with that team.
And that's a great point, Kevin. If you take any star off a team, things are going to get difficult. It was impressive that the Heat still managed to stay competitive once Bosh went out.
Rising up and hammering it home. That could be just what they need to pick their energy up.
Wow, it definitely got the guys on the bench on their feet. I'll say that for man, oh man, was that
And no
fun.
doubt about it, guys. That's one of those plays that will pick up his teammates. A lot of times a play like that is just what you need to get the adrenaline flow for your team.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. Here's what Miami's going with right now. Drummond's checked in for Whiteside. Gibson comes in for Chris Bosh. And Anthony Morrow subbed in for Winslow.
You know, Bosh was the big injury hit for the Heat, but they had a lot of other injuries as well. I mean, had to use 31 different starting lineups last season, and 20 different players started at least one game.
Chill.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Here's Levine, guarded by Green. Another shot. And it's Pekovic missing. The Heat trail by 8. Down low. It's tipped. Stolen by Levine. Muhammad dishes to Pekovic. To the middle. Here's Dang. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits.
And injuries are something that you can't plan for, but you can prepare for them. And hopefully the Heat can avoid injury woes this season. If they can, they at least have players who have been through that struggle last year.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And for most of his career, Taj Gibson has been a tremendous role player up front. He's been extremely steady over 6 full seasons.
And Kevin, he gives you a lot of energy and athleticism when he enters the game. He's got the great length with that 7'4" wingspan. But to me, it's not just about having it. It's about the fact that he utilizes it. And it really allows
Taj Gibson going in the game.
And contest shots.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Miller's checked in. He dishes it to Pekovic, and Muhammad has it in the corner. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
Dragic kicks to Stoudemire. Drummond the screen. Pass to Green. The baseline J. Not enough on that one as it misses.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Muhammad, no luck. The Heat trail by 11. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And Green gets it to go.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
Minnesota's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Now here is Miller. He feeds it to Pekovic. 3 seconds left. And it's
go Drummond. Great role player.
As we wrap up the third quarter, it's been a good one. Minnesota on top, leading by 9. And we'll get it going after this from... And the final period of play just about to start.
Miami need to get a great fourth quarter to win this. This is about Miami.
Anthony Towns and Pekovic are up front. Martin and Wiggins out on the perimeter. And it's Miller in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
Oh, good job.
Oh, no. Bad time to slip up there, Kevin. You got to stay focused.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want.
I didn't say anything.
Of smart basketball.
Kevin Garnett, he's checked in for Nikola Pekovic. Dragic kicks to Green. 20 feet out.
Joe Green.
Coming off an assist from Dragic.
It's as if the defenses have just given up.
Yeah, you know, the pace has only picked up the deeper we've gotten into this game, which is remarkable. It speaks to the endurance and stamina of these teams, and it's also been a lot of fun to watch.
Miami are in trouble. Look how exposed he said.
Layup off the pick. Martin with the bucket.
And really the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
The Heat trail by 10. Winslow kicks to Bosh. Good ball movement here by Miami. Passes it to Winslow. The drive by Green. Powered down with both hands.
Oh, Joe Green.
Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Miller outside. Here's the screen to the inside. Miami grabs
good defense.
It's not the slam dunk contest. You don't get do-overs. You got to finish the job.
And now Minnesota on the fast break.
Another call.
Pass to Miller. And the rejection by Stoudemire.
Very nice.
And here's the fast break. Winslow's leading the way. No good.
Aww, fuck.
Oh, no. Bad time to slip up there. They got to stay focused.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball.
Well, Greg, after a run of 10 playoff trips in 11 years, the Miami Heat missing the postseason last year, they'd end up a game back of the 8th spot.
What's a stick?
For the Heat, Kevin, is that they were in the playoff picture for most of the year. And as the season wore on, they slowly fell out of that top 8.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Yes.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
Couple that with just how well they've shot it from the line, and they've made this thing look easy.
Okay, we need team
The
defense.
greater part of last season, it appeared as though the Heat were playoff bound. Even with the players they lost, most figured they would be playing postseason basketball.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Erik Spoelstra was saying to his team. He was not happy with their play to this point, telling them we're getting out hustled, plain and simple. There's still time, but we've got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
Right side, no good.
And one reason why the Heat did come up short in their playoff aspirations, they were very poor against other teams in the playoffs. They only went 15-31 against teams that had made it into the postseason last year.
Karl Anthony Towns didn't come into the previous year as the most highly touted prospect, Mark, but his play last year at Kentucky would change that.
No question about it. People knew he was going to be good, Kevin, but few saw him being this good. He showed he could do a little bit of everything as a Kentucky.
And Gerald Green is on fire.
Towns, he is so valuable in every aspect of the game. Really great at both ends of the floor. His defense is as strong as it gets for a first-year player.
No good on that one.
And perhaps the biggest plus about Towns is his upside. I mean, he's shown that he can make big strides in his level of play. Already good at shooting from outside. He can play either post spot, too.
And for Gerald Green, another productive year last season coming off the bench. Though it was a smaller role,